All right. Some of the trappings of at the beginning when you're putting your process map together. I call it the three actuals or the three views of a process. Yourself or somebody else in the room might think it is. So if you do this in a conference room and everybody just tries to go from memory on where you are and where the issues might be, no, you might be right. But I bet you left something out, especially something that might be important. There's the other camp where, well, this is what's supposed to happen, right? So we could pull out some process procedure or some method sheet and say, well, this is what it should be. But what we really want to capture is what's actually happening. So where are all those rework loops? We call them sometimes the hidden factory. We don't see those so much in the should be. So we really want to capture what's happening out there day by day, right in the factory, in the office, as we process our products and transactions. Another caution on the other side, hey, there could be a high mix and there could be different permutations. I don't know that it's important to capture, again, use the Pareto principle, every single possible deviation that could happen. But what happens 80% of the time? And if there are 2 or 3 different maps, depending on the different starting points, that's fine. And then we can decide whether to scope all of them in or just the one that's most prevalent for getting from beginning to end. But we want the actual process, not what it should be or what somebody might think it is, because they worked in that area 3 years ago, and that's how they did it. So to really get a good, complete look at our process, we're going to show you at least 4 techniques here for looking at a process flow. We're going to look at the SIPOC diagram, which is more the defined phase level where we've got sort of 5 to 9 steps, but it helps us with inputs, outputs, customers. We'll look at a few different detailed flowchart techniques, and you can use the one you prefer, or what I typically do is kind of mush them all together so that I get the maximum amount of information on my flowchart. We're going to show you how to add value, non-value to the map. And then a special kind that we can really look at when we're trying to capture X's, like what are the external X's, what are the X's from the process, what are the input X's. So this is always kind of a nice one. We call that an input-output. Some people call it a P diagram, but we'll show you that one. And again, you may use all of them, you may use just one of them, but the whole idea is, what is the flow, and can we see how we take inputs, turn them into outputs, and where we might have some pain points along the way. All right, first up is the SIPOC diagram. So let's take a look at it and we can describe what does the SIPOC actually mean. All right, so SIPOC stands for suppliers at the beginning. Inputs, so what do I put into the process to transform, to add value for my customer. Then I've got my process. Again, typically my 5 to 9 steps, so not a very complicated one, but how do I get from input to output? Finally, what are the outputs? And who do I give them to, right? So the end of the stream are the customers, right, that are going to tell me, did I add value, and am I meeting their needs? So very high level map. I find it very useful in processes where people don't quite understand that you do have a process, you do have an output and you do satisfy customers. So sometimes people get so ingrained in their tasks they don't understand that they're part of a larger process that's getting inputs, transforming them into outputs, and hopefully adding value for their customers.